What's up? It's H-Olton, or you could just call me Olton. Back again with another video. Just skip a couple of days, I'll be honest. Not intention. Oh, definitely intention. I won't pretend. That was just being lazy. Lazy ass, yeah. Skip a couple of exercises, so I had to do them today, which means that my workout schedule gonna be a little bit different than it was. Today was supposed to be biceps, but I had to switch it to back. And you know how that goes. Just want to hop on and talk about judging people based on the exercises that they do. No, we don't know how a different person body does react to certain exercises they do. For instance, say that I could be able to lift 400 pounds doesn't mean somebody who even bigger than me can't do the same. It's just we shouldn't judge based on numbers and expectations. On the internet nowadays, people doing a lot of dangerous exercises just to show off for clothing and stuff like that. I wouldn't say nothing's wrong with that, but it no leading to others doing the same and following them for an example, believing that lifting heavier is better than being able to control the weight. When I say control, I mean having proper form, being able to lift the weight more reps and more sets as well, but being able to control it and not injuring yourself. Seeing guys bicep curling 300 pounds and stuff like that is like, that's ridiculous. To do something like that and then they're encourage somebody else to do that is is terrible. You could end up teaching somebody the wrong way and them could end up hurting themselves. No, I'm gonna shame anyone for doing it. You do you. If that's how you want to train, and that's how you want to train. I'm not gonna judge you on what you do. But for anybody else out there, my advice: nothing's wrong with being able to only lift 5 pounds. Nothing's wrong with only lifting 10, 20. It doesn't matter how much you can lift, as long as it doesn't injure you in any way. It doesn't hurt you. It doesn't cause any long-term effects. For me, I like to train based on how much I can do during the month. Right now, I at 60 pounds total when it comes to curling or triceps, shoulders, chest, everything. Well, except for chest. Chest is a little higher, but mostly 60 pounds for everything else. I don't blame myself for that because I prefer to train that way for two reasons. One, I secluded where it is right now. If something were to happen and I need emergency help, I would have to call somebody. I have to scream at the top of my lungs for help. And that's a scary thought because if somebody doesn't come in time, something severe could happen to me. And I hate being injured. I refuse to be on a bed in a hospital waiting to recover. Them kind of things that scare me to sleep sometimes, but nightmares and stuff. I try to control the weight because I don't want to injure myself. That's the main factor. Besides that is farm. I try to be able to control the weight I lifting. If I can't do that, then I lifting too heavy. If I constantly breaking my back every time I got lift up and curl, then I lifting too heavy. If I doing deadlifts and the weight's draining me with every fiber of my being just to get one rep, I'm lifting too heavy. And that's dangerous because it could really cause some severe side effects, some long-term effects that could cause problems later on in life. Me, I won't be able to live 70 years, so I ain't messing around with any kind of trends or messing around with lifting heavy just to show off. I ain't about that. Certainly ain't. And I wouldn't want anybody else to do it either. Being able to control the weight you lift is way better than being able to half-ass rep for 1,000 pounds. It's pointless at that point. Like I said, I ain't judge you for it. If that's what you want to train, then you go ahead. Just know that there's certainly going to be risk coming after doing something like that. For newcomers, they're seeing a lot of stuff on the internet. I mean, TikTok, YouTube. You'll see a lot of fitness influencers encourage you to do things like that because it makes you look stronger. No, absolutely not. It doesn't make you look stronger. It just makes you look, well, kind of like an idiot. Again, I really don't want to judge or insult anybody. It does, and it's really bad because it could cause somebody who believe that doing this is better to really injure themselves. I just find myself sometimes thinking, man, I wish I could lift up 400 pounds just like that. But in reality, I can't, and I can't blame myself for it either. On my alarm. Just, and then it comes to the judging part. Obviously, we should start talking about that. When you see other people doing exercises, it don't matter what the exercise is, you shouldn't judge them based on it. No matter what it is, it could be dancing, winding the body, it could be just lifting up, curling, and doing it like this. It doesn't matter. As long as it's an actual exercise and they're doing it in proper form, you leave them alone. You let them do their thing. Mind your business. You're not a lot by watching Joey Smalls. He's a good inspiration to the fitness in community. But yeah, especially you see this one video where it was a older guy. He was doing these curls where he would lift it up like he was holding a gun and constantly dropping it. And obviously, I mean, like kind of funny. I get it. But I always thought, what if this guy is like a hunter? Somebody's hunt for sport, or maybe even do it as just like a hobby thing. I know how heavy guns could get. I can imagine holding one. I never did. But I can imagine. I can at least tell that probably heavy. Somebody doing something like that. Maybe he helping arm muscles, trying to stiffen them up, be able to control it. So when he's holding it, pointing it like this for a long period of time, he won't have problems. That's good on him. The fact that he in the gym alone is amazing. But I wouldn't judge him for doing that. I see you doing it. I might even come across and ask him like, "Hey, I see you doing this exercise. Wondering if it like a benefit to you or anything." Maybe have a conversation and ask him how it improves him. Heck, I might end up doing the same thing just because of the information he gave me. But I wouldn't judge him for it. You shouldn't either. Judging people is probably one of the scariest things. Being judged is probably one of the scariest things. But if you see somebody struggling, that's another thing. If you see somebody struggling with a specific exercise, you shouldn't judge them on that. Especially if they're much younger. You're talking teenager, even younger, maybe 11, 13, 12, some kind of range. Instead of judging them, why not walk over and give them some advice? Try to tell them, hey, I see you doing this exercise. Maybe you could do it a little better instead, so you don't injure yourself in the future. Walk over, get a little tip or exercise. You don't have to do that, but you shouldn't judge them for it. You shouldn't continuously watching them, seeing people filming them nowadays. You shouldn't do anything like that. That person doing over there, let him do him. You continue doing you. You in the gym because you want to focus on your goals. You have your own goals to get to your own weight you could control. You want forms to do things. But if you see somebody you want to help, you should. If you don't want to, just mind your own business. You don't have to, but you should mind your own business if that's the case. That's basically all I wanted to say today. Just try not to judge others when they're doing the exercises and how they're working out in the gym, or even if they're doing it at home. They got videos online, and try to understand the risks you taking by watching others doing extremely dangerous exercises. Just be very careful in the gym or at home gym, because you don't know what happened in the long term doing these kind of dangerous things. I talk kind of soft. I hope that you can actually hear me speaking. Anyways, it's around 10 o'clock at night, you know me. Um, but for you, I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Is all I want to say. Like and subscribe, and H-Olton out.